I am a partner and head of mobility practice for Hudson Mackenzie in London. We help companies and entrepreneurs set up in the UK and globally. So we just don't concentrate on London. It could be any country possibly. But for this discussion, I will concentrate on London and UK per se. So as all of our panelists have talked about UK, why invest in the UK, I will touch down upon certain areas which most people don't think are there, because people have a misconception that UK, we can't touch it. It's a very hi-fi economy, taxes are very high, you can't set up an office space there. So coming to that, you'd be very surprised to see that UK has the lowest corporation tax in the world. It's about 20%. It's about 21% now. It's being reduced to 20% in 2015. US, comparably, has a 60% tax rate. Germany has a very high tax rate. France has a high tax rate. The other benefit of setting up in the UK is because UK is a global gateway to Europe. You have access to European economy, you have access to the European companies, and because of this, the setup, Schengen countries being part of Europe, you automatically get access to all these companies in Europe, which is great to grow business. You, again, have a you have an employment allowance, which will reduce your national insurance contribution for employees. And you are, again, you have any high earners who have a income of £150,000 and above, their tax rate is 50%, which is being reduced to 45% next year. And then you have various seed competitions and seed enterprise investments in the UK, like Tech City and Google Campus, where most IT companies are able to invest in the UK and get a lot of support from the government, and people like London and Partners who are there to support you through and through. We work with London and Partners and UKTI as a global law firm because we can help with accounting, tax, IP, immigration. I won't touch much about immigration because Heidi has covered that. So we can assist with all of that in the UK. Now, coming to misconceptions, you'd be surprised to note that land in UK is really cheap. You could possibly get acres and acres of land for £50,000, which you possibly wouldn't get in India. So it's worth considering a move to the UK, worth considering setting up your operations in the UK. The other misconception is that you have to have a legal entity in the UK. You don't have to. You could possibly have a liaison office or a representative office in the UK, and you could have a fully set up operation on a sole rep visa working for you. The other benefit is that UK has a double taxation treaty with all countries, most countries, and because of that, you're not liable for tax in both countries. So if you're in India and the UK, you'll be only paying one tax. You could possibly pay tax in the UK, but you can claim back in your tax return for the tax you've paid in India. There's something called the concept of patent box in the UK. So if you set up in the UK as an entrepreneur, obviously there can be chances that you have a patent for some novelty which you've done. And any income generated through this patent, it's reduced to 10%. So the tax you're effectively paying is 10%. So there are a lot of advantages to set up in the UK. Consider moving or maybe having a second office establishment in the UK, which I think automatically gives you a major branding, because having a London address on your website, a London address on your business, just shows that you're global and you are just ready to face all these companies in the world. It could be companies in US who actively are looking for partners, actively looking for any manufacturing staff or anything of that sort. So like I said, it automatically gives you a bigger brand value, what you would possibly have as just being an Indian company, because then you are truly global in every sense. Thank you.